Ashton Genty. He's got the Michael Myers stance back. Genty's back. He's a huge breakout for the rest of the fantasy football season. Chase Brown. This is a guy I was super high on coming into the year, and he's performed really bad, and majority of the reason is not his fault. It's the Bengals offensive line. They are so bad. AJ one catch a game Brown. Like, are we serious right now? AJ is way too good to be getting one catch. I'm terrified if I'm an AJ Brown fantasy owner. And my last guy is a deep sleeper, and hopefully you picked him off waivers. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Catching a Vibe. My name's Drew, and today we're going over the newest edition of Breakouts or Bust. All right, we're going to go to Breakouts, and my first breakout is Ashton Genty. He's got the Michael Myers stance back, guys. Had by far his best game of the season last week against Bears. He had 21 carries for 138 yards, one touchdown. Then he had two catches for two tutties. He looked really good. And another encouraging stat is he took 85% of the snaps last week. That's a huge uptick from his average of 60. I don't think he's going to score 30 a week, but this could be the start of something great for Genty. Breakout meter, I gotta give it 8 out of 10. You know, everyone was super high on this guy. He kind of fell short of your expectations to start this season. Now I think this is where he catches on fire. Number 2, I got Marion Hampton, the other rookie running back. Back-to-back 20-point-plus performances. He's been balling out ever since Najee got hurt. He scored touchdowns in both games, and he's dominating the snap count for the Chargers running backs, averaging 80%. Chargers are a really good offense this year. I mean, they're top 10 in yards, passing, and rushing. So, Amarian, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. He is real possibility of finishing as a top 5 fantasy back this year if he stays healthy. All right, my third breakout, Courtland Sutton. He's got the potential to finish as a top 10 receiver this year. He's receiver 12 right now. He's averaging 15 a game. Him and Bo's connection has taken another step in year 2. Courtland was a guy you drafted in the mid-round, maybe as your receiver 3, receiver 4. And he's been playing almost like a receiver 1 fantasy. If he's a high-end receiver 2, you gotta love the production Courtland Sutton has been giving you. He had one stinker in week 2. He scored 1 point, but other than that, he's been putting up really good numbers for your fantasy teams. I'd be really excited if I had Courtland Sutton on my team. All right, my last breakout. This could be a reach, guys, but I'm going to say it. Darren Waller. Not the SoundCloud rapper. I'm talking the Miami Dolphins tight end, Darren Waller. He could be a breakout for the Dolphins. They're losing Tyreek Hill. That opens up a lot of targets and catches for Waller. We saw Jonnu Smith last year who, kind of came out of nowhere and finished as a top 5 fantasy tight end last year. Who says Waller can't do something similar this year with that offense? No Tyreek Hill. They're going to always throw the ball to Achane, but Waller's right there to take production for this Dolphins offense. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Darren Waller performs in his second week without Tyreek Hill on the field. He's a red zone threat, so he could score a good amount of touchdowns for your fantasy teams. So since it's only been 1 week, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, and I do think there's a chance that could definitely go up higher. All right. The panic time, the bust so far in this young fantasy season. Number 1 guy is Chase Brown. This is a guy I was super high on coming into the season. But man, he's having a rough season. And it's mostly on the Bengals offensive line. I mean, I don't know if they could block a flag football girl. I don't know if like there's a viral clip of 6 Bengals players blocking each other and letting Jeffrey Simmons just go right up the middle and sack Jake Browning. That's how bad it is in Cincy. Chase Brown has 93 yards rushing on 47 carries. That is god awful, guys. I think you put average Joe out there, they might be able to get the same numbers. Not if they're running behind this Bengals offensive line, but maybe the Eagles. You put average Joe running the rock, I think they could get 2 yards a carry. I mean, the Bengals offense is trash right now. Chase Brown might be a bench player right now. Until Burrow comes back, then I think he's going to take the pressure off and hit Chase Brown, get some catches, and the Bengals offense will be better. But for right now, I think he's a low end flex option to bench player. My panic meter is a 10 out of 10 for Chase Brown. Number 2 is David Njoku, a super talented tight end. You look at this guy, you think he should be dominating, but he's not. He was pretty solid the last couple years, but this year it's been pretty bad. 6 points, 8 points, 9 points, and 3 points so far. The Browns announced Gabriel will start this week, so I'm hoping he's going to go to Njoku to be his guy, or Jerry Jeudy. Just hopefully this Browns offense is so much better than what it's been to start this season. And I'm just wondering, why did I think it'd be a good idea to draft any Browns pass catchers? Definitely one of my biggest mistakes. My panic meter is 8.5 out of 10 on David Njoku. My third guy, AJ Brown. 1 catch a game? Are we serious right now? That is ridiculous for how good and talented AJ is. He deserves a lot more. The Eagles are just not throwing the ball at all. Last week, I think they had 5 yards passing in the second half. It was ridiculous. AJ and Devontae Smith are combining for 4 catches a game. What are we doing, Eagles? But they're winning, so you can't really fault them for not throwing the ball as much. But it just sucks for fantasy owners, especially if you drafted AJ Brown in the second or third round. You very possibly could have picked him over Jonathan Taylor or Devon Achane. So if I had AJ Brown in fantasy, it would be a 10 out of 10 easy. Panicking. Having a hard time sleeping at night. Wondering why on God's green earth did I pick AJ Brown this year in fantasy. All right, my last guy is Brock Bowers. Brock's banged up, guys. You can just tell there's a difference. He's scoring under 10 points 3 straight weeks. He's got a knee brace on. It's some sort of knee injury, and usually knee injuries don't get better when you keep playing. My panic meter is a 7.5 out of 10. Because how high you drafted Brock, you might have drafted Brock in the second or third round. So that's why it's super high. But he could still put up decent numbers. He is the Raiders' number 1 pass catcher still, even with a banged up knee. But he's just not going to have those monster weeks he had last year in his rookie year. But he still could very possibly be an injured finish as a top 10 tight end. But that's not saying too much because tight ends do not score that much in fantasy. So that's going to do it for the newest edition of Breakouts or Busts. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, comment, say whatever, guys. I'd love to hear from you guys. Please, most importantly, subscribe if you're new. I would really appreciate that. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.